Good afternoon, everybody. Hope everybody's doing well on this leap year, February 29, 2024. Yes, usually February has 28 days, but today makes 29. So usually the people born on this day, they don't usually get another birthday for a while. But anyway, this is Lorraine, Alternative Homesteading. I hope everybody's doing well. It is a beautiful day in the neighborhood. Well, it was a beautiful blue sky. But then there was some activity going on up there, so it's quite white now. But I wanted to bring you some news. Okay, well, we're going to talk about the corrupt cops and the fake incident reports and citizen informers. But I am subscribed to a YouTube creator, Rob Braxton Tech. And he's really good. He's got some great information on hiding yourself on the internet, and he explains things in a way that, people like me, it's easy to understand. So I received an alert that he had a new video, so I was listening to it, and my ears perked up because he says he solved the phone number privacy program, and what he's doing is he's creating his own voice over internet service, a new service, a VoIP. However, it excludes targeted individuals. We're not allowed to either use it or it won't help us. Okay, so I'm going to play for you a little bit about what he says here. He's talking about his new service and how about hiding your phone number. But listen to this.
And you probably will not forward voice calls. Again, this is not intended to be used to hide from the government if you're a targeted individual. Not a market I'm interested in. This is a service for normal people. This is mainly for privacy from mass surveillance and big tech databasing and profiling.
Do you hear that? Okay, so this is a service. It's not for hiding from the government, although everybody, I would imagine, wants to hide from the government because everybody is really targeted. But he's claiming that this is not a service if you want to hide from the government, if you're a targeted individual. It's only for normal people. I'm just going to back it up a little bit, play it again.
Filing. For this type of...
Wait. One second.
At all. You can use this service.
Let me just back it up again. It's around 11:08
from the government if you're a targeted individual. Not a market I'm interested in. This is a service for normal people. This is mainly for privacy from mass surveillance and big tech databasing and profiling.
He seems to think that targeted individuals that are allegedly hiding from the government are a class amongst themselves, and that not, everybody is not being targeted by the government in some way. So I'm just going to play that over again, just so you could hear it.
You probably will not forward voice calls. Again, this is not intended to be used to hide from the government if you're a targeted individual. Not a market I'm interested in. This is a service for normal people. This is mainly for privacy from mass surveillance and big tech databasing and profiling.
Okay.
For this type...
He's claiming that privacy from mass surveillance and big tech. He seems to be mistaken that not, everybody is targeted to a certain degree. But anyway, it just perked my ears up when he was offering the service, but not if you want to hide from the government. If you're a targeted individual, that's not what his thing is. And it's basically a service for normal people. I don't know. I've always felt that I'm fairly normal. The fact that I am targeted by government, covert, corrupt, criminal government programs would lead me to believe, and I'm sure you too, that we need services that this man provides more than the regular person, because our lives are in jeopardy and we are being tormented on a regular basis. But he doesn't know that. Maybe he does. Maybe he's been contacted by normal or targeted people that are not normal. Okay, so anyway, that is Rob Braxton. He otherwise has some really good information. This one just caught my attention. Now, you might have heard this story, maybe not. Cop breaks a 64-year-old woman's jaw, and she filed a $1 million lawsuit. Now, I've watched this whole thing. It's 26 minutes long. I'm not going to play all 26 minutes. It's on the civil rights lawyer, and he did say to spread the word. So I'm spreading the word, and I'm going to show you here. So meanwhile, this is the woman. This is what she looks like. The cop comes along. She's disorderly or whatever. But this is the Snoopy Doopy landlord. Just like your neighborhood perps, your neighbors. This little piece of crap, this little Karen, or what do they call male Karens? I don't know. Kevins. This male Kevin can't get his dirty little nose out of this woman's relationship business. Maybe he's got the hots for her. I mean, look at her. She's 64 years old. She looks pretty good to me, right? She's all in one piece. She's got a great figure. She's dressed nicely. She looks clean. Every hair is in place. And this little peewee calls the police on her. Okay? So let's play this a little bit.
And even we don't have any issue. I'm not doing anything wrong.
I'm investigating a potential.
So here comes the copper.
Oh, for crying out loud.
Okay.
Now you're exaggerating.
I need you to settle down.
There's no.
Based on the information I got, based on the information I was given.
You're not in power over anybody.
I'm about to put you in handcuffs if you don't
you're
stop.
not putting me in handcuffs.
Yes, I am.
No, you're not.
So I need to speak to people separately when it's a domestic violence possible issue.
Okay, I'm going.
Stop. You're under arrest. Okay, you're under arrest.
No, I'm not.
Put your hands behind your back.
Look at this little weenie boy.
Put your hands behind your back. No, things got a little out of hand, so.
And welcome back to the Civil Rights Lawyer channel, where we not only go over these police videos, but we also discuss the underlying constitutional law. Now, this is brand new footage that came out from a 2020 incident where there was a $1 million lawsuit that was filed by the lady that you see here, 64-year-old Greta Jensen. And an internal investigation by the Bountiful Police Department found that this police officer, John Jobert, did in fact use excessive force while arresting this lady. In fact, he broke her jaw. But the police officer disagrees. Take a look at the footage.
Before you view the footage, you saw in the beginning, the cop pulls up. He's accusing her of like domestic violence or whatever. She's standing there. She's being calm. She's talking quietly. And he tells her flat out, I'm going to arrest you. I'm going to put cuffs on you. And she says, no, you're not. And she backs away. And then he's going to arrest her. And the rest is just gets progressively worse.
And we can discuss the law. But real quick, an ad for our sponsor.
All right, well, we're going
I was recommending it to
move forward.
And was met with just an unusual amount of resistance that was puzzling to me. He said, I tried to explain as best as I could why I was doing what I was doing and trying to de-escalate things, but everything I tried didn't seem effective.
There's no disturbance here. I'm not here. We're just talking.
Okay. Well, it looks like you're.
We haven't yelled or nothing.
Looks like you're trying to talk to someone that doesn't want to talk.
No, he has his window down. We've been talking. We had some house stuff to talk about and stuff, and we're just talking. You just keep him warm, I reckon. I don't know. I didn't ask him to get out. So,
Well, his window was rolled up. That's weird.
Well, you weren't here the whole time. His window wasn't rolled up. He rolled it up when he turned on his heater. But
She's leaving and I'm going.
We're not. There's no disturbance. Somebody lied to you. I would get them for false reporting because we hadn't had any disturbance.
Okay.
That I know of.
So are you doing okay?
Oh, good. I'm good. Good. I'm just going in and she's leaving.
Yeah, we're just talking about some stuff.
Was there somebody else here? Because I'm confused now.
I am too. We didn't hear anything. Nobody's yelling.
Oh, I just want to say, I was wrong in the beginning. This guy, I thought this was the landlord. This is the guy that was in the car. The landlord looks just like this guy, ratted out on this woman.
Was not yet.
Talking loud, excuse me.
No, I was talking just like that. I wasn't talking loud.
What's your name?
Oh, okay.
No, we haven't.
It is
I talk like this.
Are you guys ex?
Yeah.
Ex-wife?
So
Okay.
we still have some.
Who's the landlord?
Jeremy?
Do you any idea why he'd be calling?
Maybe she was yelling through the
No,
window.
but maybe I don't know. Monty, I was not yelling. And you
Well,
know
I had the
it.
window closed. Maybe.
No, I was talking. This is as loud as I talk, so you can call that loudy. Maybe tell him.
How
to
far
come
out
out
are you?
here.
So I'm just going to
We were just
fast forward, and I'm
talking.
going
And
to
he
show
hadn't
you
even-
what the cop did here.
That's if
No,
you
you're
don't stop.
not putting me in handcuffs.
Yes, I
No,
am.
you're not.
So let me tell you
I've
what the
done
call
nothing
was.
wrong. I've done nothing.
Let me tell you what the report
I don't
was.
care what the report was. He just told you we weren't doing anything, and we are the two people involved.
Nah, normal speed's fine.
So,
We got a call that you were being disorderly out in front of the house.
that's a lie.
That you were shouting at him,
No shouting.
and that you were not letting him get out of the car.
Never did. I was just standing there talking. We were just talking. He never said, move. I'm going to get out of the car. He had the heater on. He turned it off. He started the car back, and we were just talking.
Okay.
And I was leaving. We were about, I gave him a piece of mail that came to the house that he needed. And then we started talking about, we got to sell the house. And we were talking about pricing and just different things.
Okay.
We weren't arguing at all. There was no
Well,
argument.
can you understand how it would...
Meanwhile, guys, don't talk to the cops. This woman, they're having a conversation. She's having a conversation with an ex. Evidently, they have to sell a house. She's giving him mail and stuff. Maybe she's still in love with him or whatever, but that's no cop's business, right? It's no cop's business. There's no domestic violence, no abuse, no nothing. And then you've got the Karen landlord that files a complaint. And you could see, I mean, there's no violence, no nothing. And this cop, instead of de-escalating, he's
would look to me
escalating.
when I come walking up here and his window's rolled up and you're being kind of loud?
You know what? I wasn't being kind of loud. That's a lie. You can say it all you want. Don't make it true. Your opinion
Okay.
doesn't make facts true. So,
What's your name?
Greta.
What's your last...
The same as here.
What's your date of birth? Okay.
There is nothing. Go get whoever said that.
That's what I'm
Monty
going
just,
to.
You
as
know
soon
what?
as
Me and Monty.
Can you just stand
Listen,
still, please?
Don't tell me how to move. You're not God.
I just
Get
asked
over
you to
it.
please stand still.
I asked you to quit bossing me around. I'm not doing nothing wrong.
I asked you. I'm not bossing.
You know what you're doing, sir.
I
You know what
asked
you're
you
doing.
to stand
You
still,
know
please.
what you're doing. Stop.
Will you
Your
please?
ego is out of control.
I
Just
said
stop.
please. Will you please just
I'm
settle
not
down?
doing anything wrong.
We were having a perfectly fine
what?
conversation.
Yeah, me and Monty, are we the... Did he tell you there was no problem? Did I tell you no problem?
Well, people.
And we didn't see
yeah.
anybody.
So I need to speak to people separately when it's a domestic violence
There's
possible issue.
Okay, I'm going.
Stop.
So at some point, Jensen begins to attempt to walk away. Jobert tells her to stop, and he grabs her arms to make an arrest.
Stop. You're under
You know
arrest.
what?
Okay, you're under
No,
arrest.
I'm not.
Put your
Don't-
hands behind your back. Put your hands
Stop
behind
it.
your
You're
back. Put your hands behind
Look at
your
this.
back.
Look at this little
You are
weenie
under
bully.
arrest.
I'm not doing that.
Put your hands behind your back. Stop resisting.
Ow, you hurt.
Stop resisting.
Stop
The
resisting.
woman then resists, yelling, "Please stop, please don't make this something it's not." She continues to ask Jobert to stop as she's being pinned to a wall.
I'm not doing nothing.
Stop resisting.
I'm not doing nothing.
Stop resisting.
This is a woman. There is no probable cause. There's no warrant. She was speaking to the cop calmly, originally politely, and she has a right to walk away because he did not tell her that you're being detained. He just went and grabbed her, smashed her against this wall, and is going to handcuff her.
Just stop right now.
Stop resisting.
Okay, I
Put your
am.
hands behind your back.
I am. Stop
Put your
right
hands
now.
behind your back.
Stop right now.
Yes,
Stop.
expedite
You're
now.
out. No, you're lying.
Put your hands behind your back.
No,
Put
I'm
your hands
not.
behind your back.
I didn't do nothing, sir.
Put your other hand behind
Please
your back.
stop. Please
Put your
don't make
other
this
hand-
something it's not.
Put your hand
I had
behind your
shoulder
back.
surgery. Will you stop?
Put your other hand behind
No,
your back
I
then.
didn't do-
She says, please don't make this something that it's not. He is not de-escalating. He is escalating every step of the way.
Put your other hand behind your back.
She says that she had shoulder surgery. They both fall to the ground, and Jobert says, put your hands behind your expletive back before appearing to punch her in the face.
Stop! Just stop right now. Stop.
Behind you.
You are harassing me. Please stop.
Put your hand behind your back.
I'm not doing nothing. I don't have a weapon.
Put your hand behind your
I'm
back.
not doing nothing wrong.
Put your hand behind
Ow,
your
you
back.
hit my head. Please
Put
stop.
your hand behind
I'm
your
not
back.
doing nothing wrong.
Put your hand behind your back. Put your
Look at what this guy is
Hey,
doing.
put your hand
You know what?
behind your
I
back.
didn't do it.
Put your hand behind your back.
Ow! Ow! That hurts!
Put your hand behind your back.
He's hit me! He's hit me!
On your back.
He's hit me!
The lawsuit that was filed says that Jobert slammed Miss Jensen into a concrete driveway 3 separate times and punched her in the face. Another officer then jumps in to take over the arrest while Jensen yells, "He hit me in the face, I didn't do nothing, and he busted my jaw."
He just hit me in the face!
Put your hand.
Christ! I didn't do nothing! I didn't do nothing! I did nothing! He hit me in the face!
Look at this guy. He's got away twice the amount of this 64-year-old woman. He slammed her to a concrete floor. He punched her in the face. He actually broke her jaw. I mean, we don't know it now, but she's telling him she had surgery on her shoulders, and he's trying to handcuff her. She has committed no crime. None.
He hit me in the face!
Stop.
He hit me in the face, please!
Stop.
All I did was walk off! That's all I did!
Yeah.
That's all I did! I didn't do nothing!
Stop. We'll figure it
I
out.
did not do nothing! He hit me in the face like 3 times!
Figure it
You
out.
got a lawsuit! You got a lawsuit!
That's right. You tell him. She says, you got a lawsuit. You got a lawsuit. And look at him. He looks so happy. You think he's got mommy issues? Yeah, he probably wanted to do that to his mommy because he's got mommy issues, but instead he's taking out all his little weenie boy issues on this 64-year-old woman. And I would love to see his face. I bet he's got that narcissist grin.
You cannot do that to somebody! I didn't do nothing! I did nothing! Get the medical here! Get medical here! Right now! Right now! She busted my jaw! She busted my jaw! I didn't even move my hand! I didn't do anything! On my jaw! Not my jaw! All I did was just say I'm leaving!
It actually looks like he's searching some of her belongings.
You got a lawsuit, buddy. I didn't do nothing.
There you go.
I did not do nothing.
You gotta take this one step at a time, right? Or how are those happen?
She said, you got a lawsuit, buddy. You got a lawsuit, buddy. And look at him. Look at how nonchalant he is. He's just leaning on her vehicle. No big deal. While his buddies are trying to handle the rest of it.
Handcuffs feel.
Did not do anything.
How do those handcuffs feel?
Did not do anything.
Jensen was taken to the hospital and was found to have a fractured jaw.
She has a fractured jaw, so forgive me there. I thought it was a broken jaw. I mean, it was a fractured jaw. She didn't have a fractured jaw before she got to the hospital. Before her encounter with this bully, this little tyrant, this little weenie boy who likes to pick on senior women, probably the same age as his mommy.
And listen to this. Officer Jobert later requested that Jensen provide restitution to replace his pants, which had gotten torn in the scuffle.
Do you hear that? The stupid-ass police officer wanted restitution from the victim because she tore his pants.
According to court documents. After this occurred, Officer Jobert went and talked to the landlord of the property, who was the guy who actually called police in the first place. And so here you can hear it firsthand what the guy had to say.
Hello.
Officers, I'm so sorry.
Are you the owner then?
Yes.
Okay. Where is Monty?
Monty was in his...
Yeah, he was when I got here.
Gee, oh, okay.
Where did he...
Where
is he
does
inside?
live? He lives in the back.
Of which one?
Entrance. The entrance. Let me grab my shoes real quick. Give me 2 seconds.
Okay.
So now this is the landlord, and Monty is the ex-boyfriend.
Yeah, dude, Gil sped right past me.
Yeah.
She keeps rolling over trying to fight me.
She keeps rolling over trying to fight him.
Let me just talk to you first, too, before we go.
Yeah,
Talk to him again. I just want to know where we're going.
His door's right there. But,
Okay, so what did you see happening?
so I pulled in, came home. I'll give you just a brief background and then tell you what I saw. I got home.
He's friendly for all I know. Like, he was fine with me.
I'm just going to stop it here. What they do is they talk to this landlord. The landlord is giving a little brief of what he has witnessed about the relationship between Monty and this woman. It's none of his damn business. He's a little Karen. He's making stuff up at the end. I'm not going to go through the whole thing because it's it's 26 minutes long. I don't want to get copyright either, but he goes into it, and at the very end, he was just extremely ambiguous. It's like he was trying to justify his phoning the police. And I don't know if he thought that he was defending Monty, as if Monty couldn't call the police himself if he wanted to. You're in a relationship with somebody, right? And let's say you have a dispute. This is not a domestic dispute where they're fighting and arguing, pushing each other. One is in a vehicle, one is outside of a vehicle. There's no ruckus, there's no escalate, there's no nasty language. Maybe it's unwanted. That happens at the end of relationships. But this little loser here, this Karen, this Kevin, had to stick his nose in it and call the police. As a result of him calling the police, that woman has a fractured jaw, was pushed into the concrete pavement, slammed against a concrete wall, arrested without a warrant, without probable cause, without nothing, because of this snoopy-doopy-doo neighbor. Just like the neighbors that live down the block from me. You know, when I when I'm start burning leaves in my burn pit, right? And then she calls the fire department to come, and they shake their head and say, there's nothing wrong with what you're doing. Well, of course there's nothing wrong with what I'm doing. It's in the middle of my property. It's more than 100 feet away from any tree. And it's nobody's damn business. It's certainly not hers. It's nowhere near where she lives. In fact, where my burn pit is, it's got to be a 6 or 7 minute walk or longer to her front door. But yeah, so you got these snoopy Karens, and maybe he's a gang stalker. Maybe we don't know. Maybe he is one of those creatures that gets paid for ratting people out so that the cops can make some extra bucks for their side hustle. So yeah, so corrupt cops, they fake incident reports with their citizen informant perps. Maybe that's what he is. That's not what, the civil rights lawyer, he doesn't know whether or not this guy is a perp. He's just reporting the facts here.
And we've had no issue. Monty's been great. He's a good neighbor. He's a good tenant. He's good. From all accounts, she provokes him.
Uh-huh.
If ever, there's been a couple times where there's been kind of a dispute outdoors, and she really rides him pretty hard.
Uh-huh.
But
now this is his accounting. He's telling the police that she provokes him. Now, meanwhile, that guy exited his car, Monty exited his car, nonchalant. He could have told the police then that she's harassing me, but he chose to not do that. He was just going his merry way. So I don't know, guys. I just wanted to put that out there, that you got these bully cops that respond to Karen's and Kevin's reporting his testimony against hers. And now this woman has filed $1 million lawsuit. I can't wait to hear the update. So anyway, let's get back to, I've got another good story for you guys coming from the state of New Jersey. Okay? Mawa dog kennel owner, who also works as an animal control officer, charged with animal abuse. February 28, 2024. Now, this is not the first time, because just like all the ABC orgs, the fusion centers, InfraGard, there is no oversight. And these animal shelters, there is also no oversight. So the guy that owns the dog kennel also works as an animal control officer, which means that he picks up unwanted animals and dumps them in his kennel. Okay? But what he did with one dog was absolutely despicable. He threw one dog, a live dog, into a garbage bag in a dumpster on the property. I'm going to read it again. Officials say police seized 37 dogs from Aaronwood Kennel in Mahwah. That's Mahwah, New Jersey, North Jersey, on Tuesday. The owner was arrested after a customer found a dog still alive in a garbage bag in a dumpster on the property. When the kennel owner, Richard Dubarton, was asked about the dog, he lied. He stated that someone must have dumped the dog. Not true. However, the police later found out that Dubarton had picked up the dog months ago in Irvington, where he also worked as an animal control officer. Dubarton is now charged with several animal cruelty offenses, and News 12 was given photos of some of the dogs being kept at the kennel, which showed that one animal had open wounds and others looked to be very thin. Dubarton has a court appearance on March 8th in Bergen County Superior Court. So now let's, I'm going to show you. Let me see if I can find it here. We'll show you the pictures. Let's start over again. Oh, sorry for the delay here, guys. It's not, let me see. I might have to refresh my screen here. There are too many advertisements on the screen, but I hope everybody's doing well. I get so sick of hearing of these animal abuse cases, guys. There's no oversight to what's going on at these kennels. Like the New York City animal shelter, where they experiment. They take healthy animals and give them up for evil experiments and make profit on it. So, let's see. Oh, it just disappeared. Let me see. This is Lorraine Alternative Homesteading.
The dog was immediately sent off to a hospital. According to a criminal complaint, the dog was malnourished, starved, and in grave physical condition. Police say that the kennel owner, Richard Dubarton, was asked about the dog, and he stated that someone must have dumped the dog there. However, a further police investigation revealed that Dubarton had the dog for months within his shelter after picking up the animal in Irvington, where he also performed duties as the animal control officer. Aaronwood Kennel is located on a secluded property along Stag Hill Road in Mahwah. Their kennel's website offers daycare as well as private training, boarding, and grooming. We were given photos of some of the dogs being kept at the kennel, which showed one animal with open wounds. Others looked to be very thin. Authorities have confirmed that Dubarton is currently contracted to work as an animal control officer for both Irvington and Plainfield. The city of Plainfield put out a statement saying they were aware of the arrest, adding, "We are collaborating closely to prioritize our animals' welfare and are staying apprised of the next steps for Ironwood Kennels, including sourcing alternative solutions." The dogs that were removed from the kennel have been sent to a number of pet rescues to be cared for and eventually adopted. We did try and reach out to the accused, Richard DeBarton, about these charges, but he did not return our call. Police here in Mahwah tell us he has a court date in Bergen County in March. In Mahwah, I'm Chris Keating, News 12 New Jersey.
Okay, so
A
that's
dog
it.
kennel in Mahwah has been arrested and charged with a number of animal cruelty offenses. The arrest of Richard DeBarton led to the seizure of several dogs from Ironwood Kennel. News 12 New Jersey's Chris Keating has details on what led to the charges and a warning some viewers may find some of these images very disturbing.
He was eating all the food. Let me tell you, that little
Police here in Mahwah
creepo.
seized 37
This
dogs
little
from
creepo.
Ironwood Kennel. That raid on criminal charges came about after a customer to the kennel found
Okay,
a dog in a
I
garbage.
can't even exit out of this page now, so I'm going to end here. But the photo of the man that owns that kennel is huge. It looks like he's been eating all the food that was intended for the dogs. So anyway, he has been charged with several counts of animal cruelty. They're going to be shutting down that facility. And this has happened before. This happened in Matawan. When I lived in Manalapan, New Jersey, it happened in Matawan also. I believe it was the Matawan animal shelter. Exact same thing. Because these people are making money off of these animals' misery. They're getting funding, they're getting donations, they're getting all kinds of stuff, and they are starving the animals. They do the disgusting stuff. The bigger the shelter, the worse the problems are. Anyway, and I know because when I lived in New Jersey, I would frequently adopt animals at the New York City animal shelter, Pets on Death Row, where all of these beautiful, healthy animals were placed on death row to be killed. Yeah, because they make more money off of killing so that they can keep recycling, bringing in more animals, more animals. Some of the really good ones, they'll send to a lab for experimentation. And yes, they do this, men and women, boys and girls, people out there. They do. These shelters will ship all these healthy animals, cats and dogs and rabbits and all other things, to be experimented on for profit. And the other ones, they will kill them because it costs them. They get more money from the pharmaceutical companies for those lethal injections than having to pay for food to feed that animal until it's adopted. So yeah, I'm just going to rest my case on that because I can go off on this for the next few hours and I won't. But this is Lorraine Alternative Homesteading. I hope everybody's doing well. Hit the thumbs up. Signing off for now.